Hello everyone, and welcome back to, I guess this one's just going to be a painting in place, because, well, we can't really call it a Miniature Monday Live. Yeah, we can't call it Miniature Monday, can we? But yeah, so welcome to painting in place today on a Saturday. Gosh, it feels weird not doing this on a Monday, but at the same time, I get to sit down and I get to paint with you all. So I hope you're doing well. I hope that you are staying safe and sane out there. James, great to see you. Oh, it looks like Dilzo and Ollie as well. Great to see you both. Ben, good to see you as well. I'm just saying good to see you. It's great to see everyone. My goodness. So excited to see you all. Dang, 7 people already. Loving this. Gosh, let me think if I have anything to start off with, or any announcements or anything. Oh, one thing about this Miniature Monday, or gosh, I can't get out of that habit, about the painting in place that is happening here on Saturday. I know that on Monday I had chatted with you all. First and foremost, I want to let you know that this painting today, hey David, great to see you. Right? It's such a pleasant little surprise. This painting happening today is 100% because of you all. It is because you wanted more streaming. You wanted more of this. So thank you for making this happen, and thank you for wanting this. Let's see here. So I know I had talked to you all on Monday that we were going to work on getting this over on Twitch. And I believe we have everything set up, but I couldn't think of the best ways to announce this, that I'm still, figuring out all of the social medias on everything. So I figured just doing a painting live on YouTube would be the best way to chat with everyone and get this information out. So officially, what's going to happen from here on forward? Mondays are going to remain live on YouTube. And we're going to keep working on Esmeralda's cart, which we're also going to work on today, since basically YouTube's going to be the cart, and we'll keep going off of that. I am going to now permanently do a second live painting on Saturdays at 1 o'clock, same time, but all of those are going to happen on Twitch. This first one here, it's happening here just so that I could have this happen and get the word out to you all. I didn't want to do the first one on Twitch and only have maybe 1 or 2 of you show up, realizing that that's where it was. I have put a link in the description of this video to our Twitch channel. Gonna tell you right now, it is bare bones. It's got our logo, and that's it, I think. But you can head on over there, you can give us a follow, and right now that's all you can do. You can't subscribe or anything like that, but just give a follow, and then you'll be able to follow up with the paintings that will happen on Saturdays. But then Mondays will continue here as well. I think that's really the only announcement that I had. Let me see here. Oh, James, glad... So happy that you've been waiting for this, and glad we can be doing this. So far, Dilzo, the week has been pretty good. Gosh, has there been much happening? It's been kind of a boring week. Well, okay, no, not true. I did some work on, I backed a couple of Kickstarters, one that was 3D printing related that I'm really excited for. That's going to let me 3D print basically any house that I could possibly imagine. And of course, I'm excitedly awaiting the finish of Wormwood's Kickstarter, because I'm looking forward to getting myself some pretty dice. That's pretty much all that happened this week. What is the Twitch called? The Twitch is just Adventurers Pack. We're trying to figure out how to get it more, to find it in the search bar. We're having a hard time doing that. But right now, if you just go to twitch.tv/adventurerspack, it should take you there. If any of you are having a hard time finding it before next Saturday, we'll also post a link up on Facebook. Anywhere where you can find the Adventurers Pack links, Twitch will now, after this video, it will be live on all of our links. Also, feel free to just reach out to us and say, hey, can't find it, and we'll get the link directly to you. So Friday on Twitch and YouTube on Monday. Yes, Jake, so that is going to be it. Friday on Twitch and YouTube will still be on Monday. Eventually, we do want to switch all of our live content over to Twitch, but I didn't want to stop doing this on YouTube because I'm having way too much fun with it. Oh, thank you, Dilzo and James. Unfortunately, right now, we need to amass 50 followers before we can actually accept subscribers. So best thing that you can do for us right now is, follow the channel. It's just a click of a button, and try and get as many people as you can to follow. I know we're going to be pushing as much as we can. I mean, we're almost at 250 here on YouTube. 50 on Twitch shouldn't be that hard at all. But once we've got that, and after we've been streaming for a little bit, we'll actually be able to get subscriptions, and that will just help our channel to be able to grow even bigger and better. Yeah. You know what? That's enough of my face. Let's get to this wonderful cart, which man, I every time I look at this on the shelf, I'm so happy with it. Oliver, great to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. Jake, oh, thank you for following. Thank you all. Yes, let's do it. Let's make that 50 happen. So yeah, here we are on the cart. The windows are looking great. I know that the dry brushing on the roof has not been showing up that well, but let's be honest, it was the base color. We haven't moved up in the color palette yet. We just have this burnt red here. I believe we're to get up in the color palette, we're gonna work on the roof. That's where we're gonna start right now. So we've been using Vallejo's burnt red, and we're gonna start mixing in some of this Army Painter's Dragon Red into this. I think this is going to be a nice transition up into the color wheel. One thing that we don't want to do that I know, I mean, anyone who's been painting knows this, but just for anyone who might not know, we don't just want to add white to this burnt red, and the reason for that is we'll get a lovely pink. On highlights, typically you do want to work your way up to as white as possible. You want to get like that nice shine, but if we just went from burnt red to white, we'd get pink, and that would ruin it. So we want to work our way up and up in lighter reds. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get some of this burnt red onto our palette. Let's see here. Also, if anyone is able to hear a very high-pitched tweeting, apparently some birds have decided to make a nest right outside of our recording area, which is, it's lovely and it's beautiful and nature. Love it. But dang, that is a piercing sound. Ollie, Scott, any tips on starting my own painting channel? Yeah, actually, I think I've got some stuff I could say along that. The first, oh wow, that is coming out thick. Sorry, really quick, something on Army Painter. You want to make sure that these are shaken up a lot. They have a tendency to separate. So yeah, Ollie, heading back to your question on how to start your own painting channel. It's gonna sound like a silly place to start, but I'm gonna say just do it. And now let me elaborate on that. I know I've talked about how this started. I mean, us as the Adventures Pack, we knew that we wanted to do live content. We knew we wanted to do nerd-based shows, and we also have the bestiary, so we're not focused on just painting here. But I knew that I wanted to do a painting segment, and I had gotten all in my head about what I need to do, how to get started, and I wanted everything to be perfect. I wanted to have the best gear that I could. I wanted to have I wanted everything to be perfect, to be great, and that wanting of perfection was such a hindrance to us actually starting anything. So that ended up really stopping us from moving forward. And I think we wouldn't be where we are now if I didn't just start painting live on Instagram. I literally just used my phone and did Instagram live. And then it evolved into this. So you can start gathering followers on Instagram by painting live. As far as cameras go, we have a great asset just right here in our, as you can see, I've got my switchboard up right now, but we have great cameras built into our phones, so you can get a lot of really good quality stuff with that. So yeah, I'd say you can, with no gear whatsoever, you could record yourself on your phone. You can upload that to your computer, and there's some great editing software out there that's all free. I can't think of a good video one right now. I know I started on a Mac, so I had iMovie, but just Google free video editing software. As far as audio goes, Audacity is a great free program. It's still what I record most of my audio through, even though we have the Adobe Creative Suite. I still just like Audacity. I'm gonna take a quick break from that actually and get these colors properly mixed. So let me see here. Remember the tips, Scott? Can use the stainless steel mixing balls. Yes, I've been needing to get some of those stainless steel mixing balls because, boy, the Army Painter is... I mean, I like Army Painter. It's what I started with, but it definitely needs some TLC. And starting with it was great because then when I got to move to what are arguably better paints, I just got to... it meant that my skill was there. So we're going the lazy route on the roof. And with that, I mean we're dry brushing. So I've mixed in a lot of my burnt red and some dragon red to get a color that should be up a little bit from here. This is always the part that makes me nervous. So I'm going to start. Okay. And it's still not showing up too much. But it... I know this is one of those things that you really want to take your time and get get your layers going one after another. But man, I am such an instant gratification guy. Like, I want to see the change happen in front of my eyes. Ooh. Also, I've tweaked my lighting setup a little bit, which is throwing some massive shadow on my Mini, which is good to know. One of these days, I should probably just do like, what are they called? AMAs? Just a live, not me painting, just me sitting down with you all and chatting, and because you know, Ollie, going back to that question of how to start your own YouTube channel, like I have a lot of background in video and audio. No, I don't want that. And I could go on a long rant on things you could do and ways to do it. So there's definitely more advice that I could give, but I also want to I want to get myself into that zone right here where I can get some painting done, because I love chatting with you all, but I also like I want to have a product to share at the end of this. Okay, that's moving up slightly, and that's what we want. Let's see here. Yeah, no, 12 viewers. My gosh. How long will I be I have to go through and get all these. How long will I be streaming? We'll probably do this for about an hour. No worries. Glad to give the advice. Oliver, I have an Apple phone. Now, I just want to say that I do not subscribe to the camp of, you know, Apple is better, Android is better. Like, I have what I have, because it's what I've had. You know, my family had Apple, and so that's what I was used to. Yeah, so I have an iPhone, but I'm not gonna tell you that it's the best thing out there. I like it, and I like knowing it, but you know, to each their own. Wow, that's a lot of retracted messages. What happened? What happened? David, yes. So OBS is a great platform. It's actually what I'm streaming through right now. So yeah, we're currently streaming through OBS, which is an excellent platform for live streaming and is also a great platform for recording content. There's a handy little button at the bottom of my screen right here that could actually let me record all of this in addition to the live streaming that is happening. So yeah, for anyone who is looking for a way to record work, if you have a webcam, it's like right now I am using 2 Logitech C920s, and I have fancier cameras. We shoot all of the produced Miniature Monday content on a Canon. I believe we use a D50. I know it just shoots in 1080p, but you know, having the lenses and being able to trade those out is helpful. Okay, so we're actually getting to see some work here. So now we're going to move into pretty much just the Dragon Red. Let's see what that's going to do to this. But yeah, for this live content, I'm shooting on these two Logitechs, and to be honest, I kind of wish that I could just do this for all of the content. It's simpler. The setup and teardown is a lot easier. But you know, it does come with its weaknesses. Like I can't change out lenses on this. And it's a lot more complicated to go through and fiddle with the settings, whereas on a DSLR or a mirrorless camera, you have all those just right there at your fingertips. Okay, yeah, we're getting some lovely life happening on this roof. I don't know how easy it is for you guys to see, but I'm liking what we're seeing. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with all the retracted messages. Oh, Jake, well, actually... Oh, it's a glitch on your phone, James. That makes sense. Jake, we'll get to the question on what we're going to paint next here really soon. David, yes, I highly recommend it. You can get some... I mean, you can get some 1080p cameras these days for pretty cheap, and especially the web cameras. To be honest, when we first started Adventures Pack, and we knew that we were going to be doing a lot of big live content, that's when we decided, well, I guess we're going to use web cameras because they're small, they're compact, and the tavern here is a small space. We needed to be able to take that into consideration. So we picked up a bunch of Logitechs, and we're actually able to find a lot of them on like Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist at a discounted price. Turns out, you know, a lot of people out there, when you know, streaming became really big, a lot of people got some streaming gear and decided, you know, they were going to be the next big thing. Did it for a couple of weeks and then realized, oh, this is like, I have to be consistent. And you know, actually, I shouldn't say that. I don't know what happened, what could have caused someone to stop. But you can get streaming gear quite cheaply secondhand, and honestly, a lot of it still like fresh out of the box. So we were able to get, we have 4 Logitechs that we use. And yeah, we were definitely able to save a lot doing it that way. So, you know, before going out and buying one on like through Best Buy or whatever your local electronic store is, I definitely look into you know, Facebook Marketplace and see what you might be able to find. All right, and that's actually us dry brushing with the pure Dragon Red. It is very subtle, and I think that means that we're going to be moving right along into our higher reds here. Oh my gosh. Oh, Jake, I'm so sorry to hear about that. Yeah. Best wishes go to your father. I hope that everything goes well. Oliver, sounds like things are still going a little rough. Sorry to hear that. Does the C920 have an autofocus? Yes, it does. But here's what I'm going to say about that. Actually, really quick, before I keep talking about that, we're going to move on to now Vallejo's Scarlet to add some more. You can see, if I bring our palette over, the color change that we've been working through, and this is pretty much where we're working. So we're going to drop in some of the Scarlet over here, add it in, and just bring that color. It's not color temp, is it? We're going to work our way to a brighter and brighter red. So David, yes, the C920 does have an autofocus. I actually have it turned off because I find that I can get a lot better quality if I set the focuses myself. So for example, this top-down camera, I have the focus set at a very particular space that allows it to get a lot of, pretty much everything in frame. With the autofocus, it would get a little funky. It zooms in and out. Like if I were to pick this up, it would try and do a lot of stuff. It does have an autofocus, but I prefer doing things manually there. Now it does also have an auto color temperature, which is great. So if you maybe don't have as much knowledge of like filming and camera work and lighting, the auto color temp there will it'll help you to get much better quality video, or at least better looking video with very minimal knowledge on the subject matter, which can be great. Ooh, okay, good. Whew. Almost thought I hit the, what is that, smokestack? Almost thought I hit that with some red. I know. Thank you, Ollie. It is really, it's coming along. It's coming along so nicely. So I think what I'm going to do now is hit this with some almost pure Scarlet. And we're really gonna, actually I need to get more of this off. And we're just gonna do some almost edge highlighting with this. And just a really light dry brush. And get some more on here. Yeah. Oh, so actually going back to that earlier question of what we are going to paint next. So what my plan is actually to have two different things being painted at any given time. One will be on Twitch and one will be on YouTube. So that way you don't have to, you won't feel as though if you can't do YouTube or if you can't do Twitch or you don't want to do Twitch, you're not going to miss out on any of the experience. Okay, really light here. So with that being said, Esmeralda's cart is going to, I believe, between this and next Monday, it'll be done. Like, I think we can finish this up. Wow, that's looking really nice. I think we can finish up Esmeralda's cart by next Monday, or this Monday, I should say. And then yeah, so then over on Twitch, we'll actually choose something together. Like I'll pull out a few options, but we can all kind of get in together and take a look. I'm actually going to add a little bit of yellow to this, a little bit of yellow to the scarlet. I'm going to use canary yellow, just a little bit, because I want to brighten that up even more. I really want to hit some of these edges with an edge highlight. Let's see here. What controls the focus? What controls the focus? Your video editing program? No. So when you get, David, when you get the C920, you can download a control panel, essentially that lets you open up the web camera itself, and then what that allows you to do is in OBS, the program that I'm streaming through, I can go in and control the web camera in that fashion. Sorry, my brain just died there. So I can then go in and tell it, hey, focus on at this depth. So OBS is really what lets me control the focus on the web cameras. Yeah, so those of you asking if David paints, go check him out. He shared some of his work with us on Facebook, and it is so good. David, I am in awe of your work. So thank you for sharing that. I absolutely love it. All right, and just a very quick brush with almost an orange. And that should... I'm going to call that the roof. I think the roof has been nicely highlighted there. Could I go farther with this? Yes, but am I getting some really cool definition on there? Absolutely. Hey, Tim, welcome to the stream. Welcome. Nice to have you. Again, I got to figure out a way to reduce this latency. I feel as though I'm just partway behind in the chat. What I might start doing, I've actually got the latency very high, specifically because of our internet connection. Our internet capabilities have definitely taken a dive, what with the quarantine happening. So next time I might switch it over and I'll do a test and I see if I can't be like more in the moment with you all. Watching from your TV over in Wales. Dang. Well, hey, welcome. Great to have you. Oh, Matt, don't worry about it. We're all here. We're all hanging out. We're all having a good time. Okay, so that's the roof done. I think it's time to move on to the wood, which again, we're going to be dry brushing. There's so much. Actually, wait. I'm going back and forth. Nope. We're going to layer this sucker. And I definitely think I can do it. Might mean that this takes a little bit longer, but you know what? It's worth it. So we're going to start with our desert yellow. And I'm going to get my nice brush back out. Let's see here. Well, James, we love having you. Man, so I gotta ask, how many of you are all from the UK? And also, how many of you are here or found your way here because you knew or knew someone who knew our buddy James from the bestiary? I would love to see what those numbers are. All right, so I'm loading my brush back up with our original desert yellow. Again, this is a army painter color, and that is what we have painted the wood here. And I'm just going to go in and I'm going to hit those areas that would be catching the light. And luckily, what this is going to let me do is go through and fix some of those areas that had, like right here, there was an area that had some blue on it. And now it doesn't, because magic. All right. Ooh, there we go. And actually, you know what? We're going to do a light dry brushing on this filigree here. Ah, this is the wrong brush to do that with, though. Hold on. I've got a brush that is supposed to be for this. I know technically we've already done this once, but was not happy with the results. Here we go. Now I'm getting much happier. There it is. I just need to do a heavier dry brushing. Yeah, like technically it's a dry brushing, but it's still somewhat wet on the brush. Now, I am typically one for trying to get everything done with one brush, but this model in particular is definitely showing me that, you know, having different brushes for different, well, situations, essentially, is so helpful. Really just not limiting your arsenal of tools. If they're available, why use them? Is it cool to be able to do an entire mini with just one brush? Absolutely. But yeah, if I can get the detail, why not? Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Gotta go soon. Oh well, Matt, thank you so much for joining in. Jake recommended. Oh, well, that's fantastic. I was recommended by an old buddy called Alan. Ollie, you're from Mississippi, from Alabama. Wow, my gosh. Mississippi too. Viewing some live videos and came across one. Wow. Hey, Michael, great to see you. Thank you so much. Yeah, yeah, 13 views. We definitely hit a. Oh, and we're 14 now. We have. Yep, that's it. We've peaked. It doesn't get any better from here, folks. And here's the other thing that I'm going to say with this this highlighting that I'm doing. At what point am I, like, at some point there is such a thing as doing too much work, and you got to remember why you're painting something. I am painting a dragon with your eyeball brush. Oh my gosh, David. Yes, that that would take forever. Yeah, so you know, got to remember why we're painting things, and I am painting this to be used on the tabletop. I'm not painting this to win any awards, but at the same point, I want to be proud of my work. Oh gosh, I'm not proud of that. I am not proud of that. I should have known better. Gonna go through. We're gonna clean that off. There we go. And just like that, it's like it never happened. None of you saw anything. This is not being recorded. I don't know what you're talking about. It never happened. It never happened. Okay. Gonna let that side dry a little bit before I can switch over. My gosh, that is an amazing, just smattering of where everyone is from. I had no idea. That's so cool. Wow. Okay. Man, no, I can't. There's too much wood. There's too much detail. If I did this, we would be here for a week of just constant videos, like daily for 3 hours, and I'd still be highlighting this thing. I'm gonna dry brush. I'm gonna do it. Okay. Wow, Blackpool, Rex, hello and welcome. Dang, that's great to have you. Okay, so we're gonna go back. We're gonna do dry brushing because otherwise I will lose my mind. Where are my browns? I don't have enough storage anymore, so my browns are getting mixed in elsewhere. Huh. You know? So here's our original color, this desert yellow, and I actually think this skeleton bone is what we're gonna use to highlight. And this is, oh, it's gonna work out. Has Jake left? I don't know. Jake, you around, buddy? Also, actually, as long as we're here chatting about, well, just chatting, I do want to let people know that we do. I know I talked about this last week or on Saturday, Monday. Good Lord, I know I talked about this on Monday, but we do have other shows, other live shows that we're actually hoping to start. I don't want to say somewhat soon, but they're in the works. We're in pre-production on some other live content, but that is all officially going to be only on Twitch. So that's going to be how we are kind of making that transition from YouTube to Twitch. In that I'm still going to have Miniature Monday Live happening every Monday on YouTube. That's not going to go away, at least for a while. Will it eventually go away? It might. But we're going to have other shows that are original content and not necessarily painting related, and those will be on Twitch. So yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yes, that was the ticket. Whew, that part is going to be hard to... There we go. Now, unfortunately, all of the brushes that I typically use for dry brushing are also really beaten up, which means that they get stray hairs, and those stray hairs really like to try and get into other places and get this color in areas that I really don't want it to get into. All right, so we're already off to a very subtle start with this. Let me go in, make a couple touch-ups in here. I'm holding my breath again. Can't do that. Oh, and I'm shaking like a leaf. There we go. Painting the same as watching. Wait, are you also painting the cart? Like, what is it there? Oh, right, a Spitfire. Man, let's Jake, I would love to see how that Spitfire is coming along. Please send a picture over to our Facebook or Instagram or anywhere. Rex, what is Twitch? So Twitch is it's another live streaming platform. Twitch.com. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, everyone, but originally it was like for gaming. Like that's what made it popular. People would do like let's plays and live stream playing video games like Fortnite and whatnot. Yeah, I'm hip. I'm cool. I know the Fortnite. But it's yeah, so it's a different platform to do live streamed content. And yeah, there's a link in the description to our Twitch. It is twitch.tv/adventurerspack. We have 0 videos up right now because, well, we haven't done any yet, and that we are hoping to switch over there. So yeah, go check it out. Shameless plug for us trying to get better. Oh yeah, this is adding some good detail there. Now this is the downfall of dry brushing. You can't get like very detailed highlights. So I'm gonna be dry brushing, but on with the flat here, and being very careful around the curtain. God, I have such a weird mental block with the whole, hey, go check out our channel. Like I do this because I love it, and I do this because I do want to grow a really like a fun community of people, and I've never been of the whole like, and like what you would consider a traditional YouTuber, like, hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Like I don't have that energy. I don't have well, that's not true. I can definitely be very energetic, but I've never been a great self-promoter. It's very much the whole like, hey, let's, if what I do is good, then people will find it. And that's sometimes the case, but I'm also having to get used to that idea of self-promoting. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Is it free to watch? So yes, Rex, it is free to watch. The business platform on Twitch is so you can go and follow a channel that you enjoy, and following is literally just clicking a button, just like on Instagram, and just like subscribing on YouTube. And from there you get notified whenever new stuff comes out. Now if you want to give people your subscription, you can. So you can pay $5 a month, or if you have an Amazon Prime account, you get to do this once free a month. But basically it's $5 a month to subscribe to the channel. And what that does is, if you are just following, you can only see the content as it's live. So you can't go back in and like rewatch videos. You have to subscribe in order to do that. But then if you subscribe, you're paying $5 a month specifically to that channel. And most of that, well, I actually don't know how much of that goes to the channel, but they essentially get paid for that. Now, that being said, one thing that I know we've talked about on, or as the Adventures Pack, as the group, we as the collective pack, the live content will be on Twitch, but we will post the recorded videos on YouTube. So it's you're not gonna have to subscribe to us in order to see the content. The videos will be posted, maybe a week after they've gone up. So there is that little bit of incentive of maybe wanting to subscribe so that you can see it as it happens. But we're not gonna punish people for not subscribing. We're never gonna do that. We want to cultivate a positive community where anyone can be a part of it, regardless of financial situations or anything like that. So yeah, so there's that. All right, we're working our way onto the wheels as well. Whew. And, you know, I'm kind of getting a little heavy-handed on the wheels. I should pull that back a bit. I say as I just go right at it again. All right. Okay. Now that's a lot of the, and we're not going to highlight the underside because, well, the underside doesn't see light. Like it shouldn't be highlighted. All right, let's see here. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Relaxing by playing pool. Now that is, God, I miss playing pool. In the town that I grew up in, once I became a landlubber, there's a hangout place for kids, and it had a pool table, and man, I got really good. Thing is, I only got really good at that table because it had some weird dips and valleys. It was definitely it had seen some love, so I got very good at playing pool on that pool table. Any other pool table, I'm horrible. All right, I think it's time to now up our color temperature a little bit more. I'm using that phrase wrong. At least I feel like I'm using that phrase wrong. Brioni, yeah, no worries at all. I mean, we will always be upfront with everything on our channel. Like, do we want to make money doing this? Do we want Adventures Pack to be like our full-time gig? Absolutely. It would be amazing. Whoops, I'm getting a little heavy-handed with that. Hold on. Hold that thought. Like it would be great for some of us to ooh. Gonna get a dry brush and try and clean this up. Oh boy. Okay. All right. It's okay. It's okay. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, we would love to be able to do this full time. Right now, it's definitely not the case. But our primary goal is building a community of great people. We want to do. We're not doing this. We're not doing this to become rich. We're doing this because we want to, and we want to share this with you. And so we would never. We want all of everything we do to be as accessible as possible. So that's why we want to make sure we repost everything as much as possible. Oof. Okay. I'm starting to not be happy with the dry brushing. Oh. So here's what I'm gonna try. I'm gonna get super light with it and see what this does. There it is. That's what it needed. So I'm kind of doing this with a speed painting technique, which if you saw my video on speed painting, this is and realistically, this is also just a better dry brushing technique. So I've gone ahead and gone full skeleton bone. So this is Skeleton Bone by Army Painter. I've skipped moving up in the gradient. We've gotten 2 tones down, which I think is great, but then I'm getting very light on this dry brushing, so that there's so little paint on this brush, and that is doing great. Yeah, honestly, I think that'll do it. Let's see here. Painting warships, huh? So are we talking like historically accurate warships that would be on the ocean, or are we talking like Starfinder space warships? I mean, I'm guessing you would have said spaceships if you meant spaceships, but I've learned to never assume anything. Also, it's a way for me to interact. So Scott, what do I like to do except from paint? Oh man, is there anything anymore? Life is just painting. I've lost track of anything else. And what do I like to do except for paint? I am a big fan. So I know I've talked in the past about how I have a history in theatrical combat and acting and whatnot. So I definitely enjoy like fencing and sword play, but in particular, I enjoy the choreographed sword play. So because knowing what's going to happen, once you get into that, it becomes something else entirely. You're essentially doing a dance with your partner, but with swords. So I love doing that. I greatly enjoy choreographing. That's one of the things that I do out here in LA when I'm not acting. Is I choreograph like fights. So not like full martial art stunt stuff. No, I'm not very acrobatic, but sword fighting and like small like gunplay choreography, things like that. I really enjoy doing that. And let's be honest, I'm a big fan of video games. Right now in quarantine, I just pulled out the Final Fantasy X remaster. So I've been enjoying playing that. In addition to that, actually, I play some Heroes of the Storm because I've been a big Blizzard fan, so the chance to play those old Blizzard characters. Wow, I think that's actually going to be highlighting for the body. Let's go ahead and get some work done on these wheels. But then, of course, it falls into that same category of why I'm painting. I'm a huge D&D nerd. I've been playing D&D since I was 12, though I didn't know what it was at the time. And then really got into it in like early high school, and that's when I officially started DMing. And really what that is I like creating worlds. Everything that I've ever DM'd has been homebrew. I've never run a module. And I just love creating worlds for people to explore and see what happens. And sure, it can get kind of stressful, but other than that, like, that's part of it. And then finally, I'd say anything that has to do with the ocean. I love sailing. I love going to the beach. I love surfing, though I haven't surfed in years. I haven't surfed since I lived in Australia. Gosh, and that was longer ago than I'd like to admit. So yeah, that's a bunch of stuff that I like to do. Oh, no worries, guys. Let's see. So Dilzo, your cousin's quite good at fencing. That's awesome. What is there a particular style that they go for? Are they do you know, are they like epee, rapier, saber? Never tried. What mainly is it? Whereabouts in Australia did I live? So all over the place. I started in Coffs Harbour. So I lived there for about 10 months, and that was, you know, during the time that we were sailing. We got stuck there. I mean, I say stuck there. It was planned that we were going to be there. We were waiting out hurricane season. So started in Coffs Harbour, worked our way up the coast, lived in Southport for a while there. And those were the two big ones. I lived in Coffs Harbour for quite a few months, and really got some friends out there. And then Southport, I think, was again a couple of months, and then eventually worked our way up to Darwin. So yeah, no, Australia is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. Okay, I think we're done with highlighting on the body of the cart and the roof. It's kind of a sloppy job, but I think it looks pretty darn good. So now we're going to get back to highlighting. We're going to get some highlighting done on these. Let's go with these curtains, which should be pretty easy. We've got this emerald green. So as usual, we're going to start with the emerald green. So this is emerald green by Vallejo. We're going to start with that color to bring back some of the tones that we lost in our washes. Oh my gosh, my brush. My poor brush. I've been trying my darndest to keep care of my brush, but it's not doing great. I'm worried that I'm just not doing a good enough job. That is a good brush, too. Or at least I'm told it's a good brush. It was an expensive brush, so it better be good. Although I say an expensive brush. Expensive comparatively to what I'm used to paying for a brush. Gonna get very quiet during this point, guys, because I am really focusing in here. All right, that's step one on that curtain. Let's flip it around. Let's get... Oh, there's 3 curtains. I forgot. All right, and then on to the last curtain. Kind of looks like I start... Oh, you know why it looks like I started highlighting that? Is I hit it with some... I accidentally hit it with some of the skeleton bone, which actually looks kind of nice on these curtains. Maybe I'll go back and actually use some of that. Okay, now that that's drying, let's go ahead and bring out a lighter green. So start with the emerald. Oof, I actually don't have a lot of green options, do I? It's all right. We just need one thing. Not going to use dungeon slime. That's going to be a little. Oh, well, no, that's going to be overkill. Jungle green. Because here's the thing. I want to find a light green. Because it's kind of got a blue-green to it, so I want to stay in that vein. Wizard's Orb, I think, is actually a little darker. It might be this Goblin Green. Yeah, we're going to work our way up a little bit to Goblin Green, And then I'm gonna actually use some of the skeleton bone back in there. Well, Rex, thank you so much for stopping by. Hope we get to see you again. That was, yeah, it's fun. Going to head off. Dilzo, great having you. As always, it's so fun to have you here. So thank you for stopping by. Yeah, we'll see you next time. All right, time to mix these two together. Oh, yeah, no, that's going to work lovely. That is going to work very nicely. All right, so let's now... And then we'll go back to this one. Got to do it in the same order. Well, we don't have to, but it's helps my brain. All right, and then back to this one. Cool. Let those dry for a second while we add some more green in. Whew. I do like layering. Layering is a very calming technique. There we go. Whew. And the other nice thing about it is by the time you finish layering on, if you're layering multiple of the same color, by the time you finish on one, you're usually good to go back to the first one. So our curtain here should be dry enough for me to come through. And there we go. And then we go to this one. And then back to the front one. Holding my breath again. All right. And now we're going to get weird. And we are going to... Jake gotta go. Jake, it was so great having you here. Yeah, please come by on... so wait, no, hold on. Before you go, Monday is YouTube. Saturday is Twitch. We'll see ya. We'll see ya. You'll figure it out. Oh no, I hope I haven't been just announcing it wrong this whole time. Shoot. That would be my fault. That would be my fault. I'll do an official announcement on, YouTube. Right? Not YouTube. We're on YouTube right now. Facebook. All right, this is going to then be the last bit of green. It's going to be very different, very... Yeah. And then on to this one. Whew. And lastly, here. There we go. I'm not fully happy with how this one turned out. The other two look pretty good. What I'll probably end up doing... Yeah, that last... Yeah, I might end up going through and redoing a bit of that curtain. That last bit did not turn out the way that I wanted it to. But the rest of this is looking pretty darn good. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. And I think that is where we are going to leave Esmeralda's cart for now. We've got the roof highlighted. We've got the body highlighted. We've got the curtains highlighted. They might need a little bit of work, but we'll fix the curtain. That leaves us with the windows and the metal. And then that leaves us with details. And then I'm probably going to do a really quick glaze on this just to help clean it up a little bit. But that'll be it. I think we can get that done on Monday. Oh my gosh, we're getting there. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I just want to take this time and thank you all so much for showing up. Thank you for being here, and thank you for requesting that this happen. Again, this wouldn't have happened without you. So yeah, we are going to still have our normal Miniature Monday here on Monday, so in 2 days, where we'll keep working on the cart, and that will be here on YouTube. The link for our Twitch is in the description. Pop on over. Twitch will be on Saturdays, and our first video, we're gonna start with a new model. So you guys are gonna help me pick out what it is. I really am enjoying this vibe of it. It is you know, us working together. I know the finish line is in sight. It is so exciting. So yeah, I think that'll do it. Thank you all so much. If any of you do have any other questions, like you know, if you want to start your own stream, what gear we use, you know, feel free to reach out to us on Facebook, on Instagram, here on YouTube. I know YouTube is more of comments. I mean, comment down below, and I do actively go through all of those. So if you have questions, comment below. I will respond there. It also helps the engagement of the video, so then the almighty algorithm will share this with more people. So feel free to use that. What else? Oh yeah, the obligatory, like this video, hit the bell icon. So actually the bell icon is great if you are subscribed to our channel. The bell icon will notify you whenever a new video comes out. YouTube doesn't necessarily share new videos with you, even if you are subscribed to our channel. The bell icon is the way to overwrite that. So hit that bell icon to see all of our new content the moment that it comes out. And I think that's what I got. Maybe if we get enough of a request for like questions on paints on the channel, how to make your own channel, other stuff that we're doing, maybe we'll do a live AMA where it's us on Discord, just chatting with you all. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Once again, I'm Scott, and I will see you at the next Miniature Monday or Painting in Place. I'll see you next time. Thanks.